I don't always attack other players' ships, but when I do, I prefer the Mustang. Stay truly, my friends.
Howdy folks, and welcome to another Good and the Bad episode where I'll be discussing the good and bad of a particular ship. Today's ship's going to be the Mustang. While I will be covering all the different variants and their little aspects, I'm going to be focusing particularly on the Mustang Alpha. Along with this video just being my humble opinion, I do ask you to forgive me for what you see on screen, as that is a Mustang Gamma, a racing variant of the Mustang series. It's the only ship I had readily available to me, as I don't have too many friends in Star Citizen, and none of us had the Alpha at the time, so for that, I am ashamed. The Mustang Alpha is one of two of the most affordable ship packages you can pledge for in the game. Now the Mustang comes in at $45, comes with the game, just the same as the Aurora, which is also $45, but through my investigative work I found something very interesting. It's top secret, don't tell anyone. The Mustang is actually being listed as $30 by itself, while the Aurora is being listed as $25. What does this mean? Is Chris Roberts trying to communicate with us? Is it a fluke? Did they miss it? Can you get an extra free $5? Illuminati confirmed! Meanwhile, at RSI headquarters, sir, he's discovered the secret. Seek him out. No, I hope they don't mind that I'm pointing this out, but yes, the Mustang is $5 more than the Aurora when the ships are sold individually. I think this is because the Mustang is incredibly fast, so much faster than the Aurora when it comes to acceleration and top speed. This is going to be very important for explorers and ship-to-ship combat, so when it comes to more bang for your buck between the two ship packages, it's a pro in my book if you purchase the Mustang over the Aurora. Now originally I was going to rip on this ship. I was going to say, you know what, it looks too much like a fighter jet. It looks like it belongs taken off of an aircraft carrier. It doesn't look like a spaceship at all. It takes away from my immersive experience. But one, not every ship is made for everybody, and I don't want to bash a ship into the ground that a lot of players really enjoy. This doesn't seem very fair, especially if you enjoy the look of this ship. And then two, because it actually won me over while I was flying it, because it looked pretty neat. It kind of was sleek. I actually enjoyed the engines in the back. When I put something in the backdrop, it looked pretty cool. And as we landed, well, then the wings folded up like the Imperial shuttle from Return of the Jedi. I was like, oh, this ship won me over. So because of that, this ship's pretty cool as far as design goes. They remodeled them. It looks a lot better than the originals. So overall, this ship looks very nice. Now, as far as the performance of this ship goes, well, the Mustang is incredibly fast. All the series of the Mustang have a very good acceleration and top speed. Whether you're using the cargo, combat, exploration, or regular variant of this ship, all ships come with very good thrusters and very good engines, letting it reach a top speed incredibly fast. Now, just because the Mustang is a starter ship doesn't mean that it has to be bad in ship-to-ship combat. While the Aurora certainly isn't probably going to be able to hold its own because it is just too slow and cumbersome, this ship has an interesting element. Because it is one of the fastest ships in its class, this means that it gets to control the engagement. It gets to use its engines to its advantage. While it can enter a combat zone incredibly fast, ambushing its opponents, or leaving an engagement because it is losing the battle. This means that this ship's going to be very hard to hit, very hard to track, and of course very hard to keep up with should it decide to run away. This is a very large tactical advantage because whoever controls the engagement decides when the battle begins and ends. And when it comes to the firepower of the Mustang, it's pretty similar to the Aurora. The Aurora has a little bit more oomph to it because it comes with a couple of extra missiles, but remember, you're trading that weaponry off because you're going to be faster, and honestly, controlling the engagement and being the fastest ship, very hard to hit, I think that the Mustang's going to fare a lot better than the Aurora in ship-to-ship combat. So if you are looking for that kind of playstyle, the Mustang might be the ship for you. Actually, Criticon, you can upgrade the ship and make it stronger. There's also a variant that's used for combat called the Mustang Delta. You're absolutely correct, there is a Mustang Delta. Aurora has one as well. And while these are stronger than the Mustang Alpha, you want to keep in mind the Mustang is a starter ship, which means that it lacks almost everything that another ship might have and do better, both in performance, the amount of computer slots, its speed, and its shields. There's a lot of ships out there that are faster than the Mustang and have better shields and firepower and better computers, which leads me on to my next point: computer blade slots. Now, I couldn't fit this in my last video, and I just wanted to explain real quickly just exactly what slots are, because they're going to be very important in the verse. Blade ship slots are going to allow a player to fine-tune their ship specifically to the career field they deem fit, whether it be bounty hunters who need advanced targeting systems to target the specific modules on a ship to disable it, or players who enjoy the stealth element and want to reduce a ship's ping and signature on a ship's radar. Players who enjoy drones or AI turrets are going to need blade slots in order to upgrade and use those features. And of course, info runners who need to collect and process data quickly. Simply put, this is a way for you to upgrade and fine-tune the specific career that you're pursuing in your ship. However, when it comes to the Mustang, we can assume because it's a starter ship, just like the Aurora, it's going to be limited to the amount of computer blade slots it has available to it. And because there are faster ships in the verse that also have stronger shields, firepower, and we can assume more blade slots, it's better to use this ship as the starter ship that it is, but then upgrade and move on to a faster ship that has better overall performance. Now, some variants of the Mustang, like the Mustang Alpha, which is your basic starter ship, do have cargo capacity. The cargo capacity hovers around 6 SCU currently. Now, trust me, I've used this particular ship myself delivering cargo, and it's simply not there as far as the returns go. You end up spending more money on your fuel, any ammunition you expended, and once it's released, ship insurance that you're paying for. The reason that cargo is there is because if you come across a derelict wreck, or you raid an encampment and you see a few extra weapons and armor lying around, that's why you have that cargo capacity to pack that stuff up, take it back to your base, and save it for another day. However, there's going to be plenty of ways you can earn money with this particular ship to, say, purchase your next cargo ship. You could use this as an info-running ship, going out and collecting data such as a valuable asteroid field, which you can then report its position, and when miners mine from that particular asteroid field, you then collect a royalty on. You can also use this ship to go out and earn money through the combative sense of going out and going for ship-to-ship combat scenarios, bounty hunting, raiding small encampments, providing your air-to-surface support, and it's also going to be great when you build your relationships with NPCs as they offer higher paying out missions to you as you complete more and more missions for them. Now, one other element that I really hope does become a career, while there's a lot of those in the community that do think it probably won't be, and I probably have to side with them and say, yeah, it might not be a career, is racing. I really hope that you can become a professional racer, work your way up on the local tracks, all the way up to the giant Super Bowl of races, just like the pod race in Star Wars, and maybe there'll even be some Tusken Raiders taking pot shots at you while you're in this giant race. I think that would be so cool if I could be in the arena and cheer for my friends, and of course it would just make Star Citizen so much more unique than any other game. Of course, the Mustang would be a great ship to take you there, learning the ropes of the racing career. So hopefully it does get implemented, we'll see, but in the meantime, that is just my own personal fantasy. So there you have it, folks, the good and the bad of this particular ship, and while the ship does lack in cargo capacity, firepower, and maybe its shields, it does come with a bed, which is going to be great for save points. It didn't have one of these originally, so I think that's a great feature, especially for players that need to log off in a hurry. Of course, its speed is going to play such a huge factor, both in ship-to-ship combat and providing air-to-surface support. It's going to be really fast, hard to hit, really hard to hone in your weapons and try and take that thing out of the sky. It's going to be a great ship overall, and as you saw earlier, it's the exact same price as the Aurora when it comes to starter packet ships. So I think maybe if you want a little more bang for your buck and you like the look of the ship over the Aurora, this would be the ship you would want to get. It's $5 more by itself. Not sure why it's the same price then, but hey, you might as well get it because you're going to get a little more out of it. If you like that sleek fighter jet kind of look, this ship and its speed certainly won't let you down. And as always, thank you so much for watching my videos, guys, but I do have a personal question for you. If I was to start uploading video game footage from other games that I currently play while I wait for Star Citizen to keep developing, would that be something that would be okay with you? I know all of you have strictly subbed to me just because I only talk about Star Citizen, but I am curious what your take is on all of this. Do you play other games? Do you watch other YouTubers in the meantime while Star Citizen is being developed? Let me know down in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, if you could do me a favor, do me a favor, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, come back, come back.
Oops.
Did you just blow up?
Turn the ship over.
You just blew up, didn't you?
The thrusters failed.
Of course, if you want to, you could just use your Mustang to bore a bunch of holes in the landing pad, collect a lot of resources that way. You're going to get a lot of asphalt, concrete, and tar. Going to be worth a lot of money on the black market. Of course, if the authorities find out, they'll throw you in prison. So try not to do it too often. I do it once every few months or so.